So according to the news this week, the nation of Iceland is dealing with an epidemic of accidental incest. Yeah. Obviously one of the many ways in which Iceland and Saskatchewan are different. But that's totally real, you guys. That is a genuine headline. Apparently what's happening in Iceland is young people are hooking up and they're finding out way too late they're related, and it's because geographically Iceland is very cut off up north and they have a very small population. So the government of Iceland, they got it on lock, you guys. They've created a website. So that if you as an Icelander want to have sex with someone new for the first time, all you gotta do, go to this website, type in your name, type in your partner's name, and it'll warn you if you are more closely related than second cousins. I know, is that not great? And I can't stress enough, that is totally real. You guys can check out the website. It's called Not Enough Fish. This is the big news story that I've been following lately, you guys. I'm so excited about the Mars One program. And if you don't know, this is a real life thing. It's a Mars colonization effort. And it's led by this Dutch company, and they got all the technology worked out, so they've been recruiting volunteers. The announcement they made this week was that in the first 2 months of their application process, they've gotten 6,500 applicants just from people living in China. This guy gets it. Mars is going to have railroads, you guys. Okay, my wife was right. Don't tell the China joke, she said. We've all seen that Canadian Heritage moment, but they still won't like it, she said. I don't know why I didn't listen. She's always right. I did this recently to my wife. She and I were getting ready on a Saturday morning. It was way too early on the Saturday morning. We had to get up to go to a wedding. And it was a friend of my wife's getting married, a couple that I hadn't even met. And maybe I was a little cranky because of the hour, but my wife was getting dressed. We were putting on our wedding clothes. We have nice outfits that we only wear to weddings and stuff like that. I call them our wedding clothes. She's putting on her skirt. She goes, "Oh, Ian, this skirt is loose on me since the last time I wore it a few months ago. That proves I'm losing weight." But you guys can already tell I'm a very scientifically minded guy. I said, "Actually, honey, it only proves you're losing diameter. Your mass could simply have shifted internally." Oh, I know now. I did not have to go to that wedding though, which was great. It did not make matters any better, you guys, that in the last, since July, I have lost 55 pounds. My wife has been a great champion of that. She's very encouraging, but I think she's kind of fucking pissed that I'm losing so much more weight than she is. And that's so we're just dealing with that. It hasn't stopped her from being supportive though. She's very gung-ho about my weight loss. When I first started, my wife was so on board. She was like, "Okay, Ian, I know what we're gonna do. If you're serious about this, if you're ready to get fit, you need to start with a cleanse. Because when you do a cleanse, that flushes all the toxins out of your body and like supercharges your body to lose weight." So that sounded reasonably compelling to me, so I let her set me up on the Master Cleanse, which is a system whereby you can only drink lemon juice mixed with cayenne pepper and maple syrup. That's all you're allowed to have. But apparently a lot of people have success with it. We went to Superstore, we bought the lemon juice, cayenne pepper, and maple syrup. I lost my nerve on the way home. I just used those things to marinate a bunch of chicken wings. Very different situation. The reason I've been kind of doing that lately, I had a bit of a scare. In July of this year, I'd been feeling pretty crappy for a couple weeks. I went to see a doctor at the walk-in clinic. And you know, you guys know the pattern. I waited 2 hours to see a doctor, waited another 20 minutes in the little office for him to come in. And then the whole thing was so perfunctory. He comes in, I tell him what's wrong. He shines his little light dealy in my mouth, and he goes, "Maybe you have diabetes." Yeah, I was like, "What the fuck did you just see in my mouth that made you say diabetes?" And he said, "Half a Snickers." So yeah, I've been trying to. That's just what I've been trying to do lately, you guys. I've been trying to lose some weight. For a very long time, I have not been eating well. I've just been eating a bunch of crap. Basically, I eat like Itchy Ban and Hamburger Helper. Oh, and Rolaids. That's what I eat. But no, I just trying to turn it around. It's been mostly going well. As I said, 55 pounds in only like 4 months, so that's great. I had one little hiccup over Halloween, of course, and well, here's what happened. I thought I finally had an opportunity. I did something I wanted to do for years. I went for Halloween this year, you guys, and I went as Commander William Riker from Star Trek The Next Generation. Yeah, that one guy can cheer again because no one else is going to. And I was so excited because it was something I wanted to do for years, but I was at this party for 10 minutes. This friend of the host, this guy that I barely even know, comes to the party, sees me in my costume, looks me up and down and goes, "Oh, nice costume, but Commander Riker wasn't that fat." No, it's cool. I did what I always do when someone says something like that to me. I ate 6 cookies that were shaped like ghosts. But I feel like I got my revenge, frankly. It was about 2 o'clock in the morning, the same party. All the food was gone, partly because of me. And the only thing left at this party at this point was this horribly over-salted bowl of popcorn. And that's why it was left, because it was inedible. This asshole from earlier in the evening comes in, starts shoving it into his mouth, and he immediately starts choking on it. So he's like, he turns to me, because I'm the only dude there, and he's like, "Oh man, I need help." And I was like, "I can't help you. Dr. Henry Heimlich was not this fat." So he's dead now. Oh my God, you guys, I was so excited. This guy I didn't even know, he came to the party that night dressed as Marty McFly from Back to the Future. And I thought that was such a bomb costume. But then this guy, he told me the worst Back to the Future news, they're remaking it, you guys. See, you know, that's official. As of like this month, they've said they want, but it gets so much worse because their #1 pick to star in a remake of Back to the Future, the studio's #1 pick is Justin Bieber. What is right? I've been bumming so hard about that news, although it has occurred to me, like, you know, there might be a silver lining. Maybe if Justin Bieber does a remake of Back to the Future, maybe he'll get Parkinson's disease. Okay, there were some groans, you guys, so let's just get this out of the way. I have actually told that joke at a gala fundraiser show in Vancouver in front of Michael J. Fox, and he laughed at that. I mean, his shoulders were going up and down.